Hey guys, before we get to this video, give me a quick second for Keeps. You remember Keeps? I've talked about them a couple times before. Here and here, right? They are the hair loss people. Losing your hair sucks. I have come to grips with it, and what have I done about it? I've committed. Full shave, bicked it. In fact, I let it grow out just to do this spot so I could take this embarrassing picture of the top of my head. It's not good, people, but you don't have to be me. Getting started with Keeps is super easy. It takes less than 5 minutes to sign up. You just answer a few questions, take some pictures of your hair, and a licensed physician reviews your information online and recommends the right treatment for you. It's then shipped right to your door every 3 months. Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there. Some of you have probably tried them before, but you've never gotten them for this price. Keeps is only $10 to $35 a month. Plus, now you can get your first month free. Go to keeps.com/TST. The link's in the description. First month free. It's that simple. Try it. Maybe you get to keep your hair. Unlike me, I'm committed.
Morning, everybody. Afternoon, evening, whatever time it is. Welcome to a one take. I am Zach Clapman. This is a car that we have talked a lot about on our podcast, the Smoking Tire Podcast. This is a BMW 135i, and we have kind of talked about it as being a really good bang for the buck right now because they're fast, they're lighter than the 3 Series or the M3 of the same generation. They've got great engines in them, you can tune them a lot, and as Alex Bernstein, or at Bernew on Instagram has shown, you can take all the weight out and make it have a 600 horsepower, have a race car, basically. But anyway, we'll get to what this car has in a moment, but this is George. George, shake my hand. Thank you. The internet is going to make fun of that because no one ever sees. Thank you for driving up, because I know you live a little bit away. And thank you for bringing this, because it's the more mild car of the day. As you've seen, we have some other crazy stuff here. But it's an important car, because it's a topic of conversation. So,
indeed.
George is a Marine. George is 23. He's a sergeant. He's done more difficult work and more important work than I will ever do. So I appreciate that. I make dick jokes about cars.
I'll get one thing in, though, for every military guy that's going to watch this. I never deployed. I understand that makes me a boot. All right.
Okay. That's fair. I actually take back my compliment.
Yeah.
You were an administrator of push-ups.
Yeah, just a big old pogue, if you will.
I don't know what that means, but I'm glad you're not punching me in the face after that joke. No, that's a really hard thing to do. And then you were saying you were in Japan, you wanted to get a car, you couldn't get one, but now you're here and you bought this. Mm-hmm. So what does this have?
So it's a 2010 135i N54. I did stage 1 MHD, charge pipe, ECS front and rear sway bar kit, ECS Luft Technic intake system, the strut tower brace, and a lot of maintenance because it's a BMW. That's about it.
And it has 50,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
So it's funny you say that. It's got a lot of maintenance because it's the BMW.
Yeah, once I put the tune on it, the engine was he was a little upset about life.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was Bowen stock when I bought it, so I think I ruined its mecca a bit.
Oh, man. All right, well, let's see. Do you have the key? Do we need to do the fob? Does it work? Some of the old BMWs, you need the fob vagina.
Nah, it stays in your pocket. It's pretty groundbreaking. First car, I was putting it in there my entire first 3 months, and then my brother came to visit. He's like, you can just keep it in your pocket, and I was like,
because there was definitely a transition period where you had to put it in the slot.
Yeah.
And then push the button.
And I assumed this car was in that perfect generation where it did make sense, and the key fob was just to look cool.
That's probably true.
But it starts without it being in, so I guess.
All right, well, I'm stoked because I was considering these when I bought my car. I think they were a little expensive at the time.
Yeah.
And
don't get wrecked by this guy.
No, I'm going to watch the person. Oh, they're going to be going slowly. Maybe go
up.
I guess I'll go up first. Part of this road is closed right now because of weather and rain and all kinds of stuff. So we have a short trip up, and then we'll come down and we'll go back up again. All right. Okay.
Yeah, she's a fun one.
No, it's got so much torque. I mean, these make all their torque down low very early in the rev range. I think it was 1,600 RPMs or something like that. This is for those of you without the alphanumeric knowledge. So the N54 is the twin turbo inline 6 BMW made. Then they went to the N55, which was a twin scroll. It got variable valve timing and made torque even lower. But these are known at least on the internet, the word out on the street is they make a little more power up top, and they respond to mods a little bit better because of the twin turbo system and having a large turbo. This thing, it's out of the box they had 300 horsepower, 300 torque, and I think they were underrated because
a lot of people say that too.
What Automobile? I think the review I was reading, they did a dyno test, and one of them put down like 293 at the wheel. They all do it. Anything with the turbo does it.
Yeah.
And it's got a really nice, it's an endless surge of power in, like any inline six. Very, very smooth. Very smooth. Very quick.
Yeah, it's a good power delivery. Third and fourth gear, you have is your fun.
Wow. And dude, it is so quiet in here.
Yeah, man.
You kind of forget how fast you're going, or you don't really notice.
Yeah, it's the one reason I put the roof rack on and shit. I like it being a sleeper. It's it looks like a dad car.
This does.
It's the whole point. Be a dad car, and then, just to have fun in it. It's a great car.
The steering weight is nice. It's familiar. It feels a lot like my car.
So, yeah,
it feels a lot like the E46, but the feel is, I'd say, medium. That's strange. It could be a tire size thing. I think, are you stock tires?
Yeah, it's still the stock tires. Because the ones that were on here had a lot of meat when I bought the car. So once they go bad, Pirelli's though, and P0's pretty nice tires.
I mean, you can tell it's stiff. We're not leaning over too far.
Yeah, the stock suspension's nice. The sway bars definitely helped a little bit.
Yeah, we're staying pretty level. It chattered a little bit over the uneven pavement, which is kind of surprising. Brakes, hi cyclist. And brakes, there's like an inch of kind of soft travel at the top.
Yeah.
And they seem to bind pretty good. Have you done fluids or pads or anything?
Yeah, I've had it serviced once. I didn't do the brakes myself, but.
Okay, so
yeah.
But so stock fluid, stock pads.
Yeah.
Okay, when I upgraded to I think Hawk FPSs, I noticed a big difference, and the brake fluid, most of all, you never get fade, and that's really important, especially if you're driving in hot weather.
Yeah.
Canyons, we tend to be a bit more like gentle momentum drivers versus a track where you're like heavy braking.
Yeah, I took it to Apple Valley Speedway a few times, and it was pretty. I never really had any problems with overheating or braking or anything. It was pretty.
That's very good.
Yeah, it was just fun the whole day.
This thing hauls.
Yeah, it hauls ass.
It's got a little there's almost like a surge at the end when you lift. It actually continues pulling for like half a second. Man, but so the weight on these things, I think the reason these are getting popular, and they were like an unsung hero before. Like Frank, I didn't like the looks from the profile when it first came out, and they're subjective. That's fine. I couldn't knock the powertrain because the 3 Series had gotten so big at that point.
Yeah, BMWs, they're all just boats now. Even I think the newest 3 Series is bigger than an E39 5 Series. So
yeah, it is.
It's just I wanted a real BMW. Like I said, I had the E36. I got used to that, and I was like, all right, power. And then I bought this.
This is the right choice. I think this is a few inches shorter in wheelbase and overall than the E46 was. E46, of course, is very slightly bigger than the 36, not by much.
Yeah.
So you have a shorter car, but you get the big engine, and the interior space is only half an inch smaller in the front and an inch and a half less room in the rear. So you kind of get all the good pieces just without the bloat.
Yeah, majority of this car is 3 Series components.
Right.
Yeah, so
you get 3 Series speed. Wow, it pulls. I mean, this is 400 horsepower at the crank, you said.
Yeah, that's just numbers coming out of my mouth, but But dyno, pretty fast.
This is as fast as you need most cars.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. The internet makes us want to go, you have 400, I have 5. Et cetera. But for drivability, this is fast enough for this road, and we're only using 2 of the gears. I'm going to turn around. And it's a nice size. It's a placeable size, which is really great.
Yeah, I'm glad I ran into one. I was just right after I wanted a 1 Series, and like you said, they're pretty I think they're going to start though. They're bubbling up. So they're bubbling up right now.
They are. I was looking on Auto Tempest last night because searching all the things at once, and you could find them for. There was a modded one for 10.5, but that was the cheapest one, and if it has mods, it's not going to be good. if it's the cheapest car is also modified, I was concerned.
Yeah,
but basically the range was about 12 to 20, depending on specs and miles.
Yeah.
And this is a lot of car, because I bought my M3 for 15, and now you can get something that is similar weight and size, but with turbos.
Yeah, exactly.
For
as long as you, I wouldn't
money.
recommend this drivetrain to anyone who can't maintain the vehicle themselves. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
it's N54 guys that like. There's just a lot of servicing to come to these motors, especially when you start tuning them. That's the thing about N55s. So N55s, I'd say, are definitely more reliable, but N54s have more of a tuner value to them.
So this has 50,000 miles on it.
Yes.
So let's tell the people what you've had to do to it to maintain it.
So I had a vacuum leak from the intake manifold. I hit them with a ye old drill-in tapped plumbing fitting, you know, to make a new nipple. I had a weird thing. I think that was really the only big problem. That thing, like, I couldn't figure it out, though, you know, for like a solid month and a half. I was just getting a really rough idle and stuff, you know, from the vacuum leak. Besides that, just fluid changes. I've had 1 or 2 check engine lights for a misfire, so I replaced my plugs.
Check engine lights, that's just your BMW's way of saying hello. You know, that's it's loving you.
I did the coils and the plugs, and I haven't got a misfire like a code since then. So I think that was it. I think one of the packs was going.
Yeah, they go out. I mean, they go out in every car.
And especially when, that's the thing, it happened right after I tuned it, and from the research I've done, I guess, you know, once you tune it, you know, you can piss them off and start pulling more power and stuff can, you know.
You know, they're really complicated cars.
Yeah, definitely.
I think one of my friends phrased it, oh, thank you, cyclists. That's nice. See, help each other. Tell us that there's no cars coming, because they can hear and we can't. You know, you're getting a $50,000 car for $15,000.
Yeah.
Or a used, whatever car you get that was a former luxury complex car. But you have to, the maintenance is the same. You know, it's a very complicated vehicle, and there's a lot of parts that can fail. So that's the trade-off we make if we buy, I think, like an aspirational brand or a luxury brand, and we buy it at a used price. So I think you make a great point. You either have to have money to pay someone to fix it, and it will add up way quicker than you think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, just that basic stuff like plugs and coils.
Me being lazy and not doing my brakes, I was like, that was the one thing I've had serviced on this car I didn't do myself, and I was like, I can't do that again. It's just too expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just
if you figure out how to do a lot of stuff yourself, it takes the mechanic time.
Yeah.
What are your plans with this car?
Well, I've already addressed, I need to start addressing some suspension components, I'd say. I mean, I did the sway bars. Like you said, I can improve components in the brake system, but it's already a six piston Brembo setup, so it's like, you know, maybe just change the rotors and the pads.
Just pads and fluid, and if the rotors are bad, change them. But
yeah, I think the rotors are starting to go, you know.
Are they, let's see, are they shuttering? No. I mean, it falls down really good.
I could keep them.
The you know, pads will provide more bite.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
Fluid, it will just keep doing that for longer. And you may not have run into that problem yet, like at Apple Valley, but when you do, it happens at the worst moment,
I bet,
right?
yeah, I bet,
like
man.
Your fourth gear hurtling towards the corner going, oh man, I wish I bought those pads. You know, I wish I bought that fluid.
I bet, man.
Wow, this was really fun and really quick.
Yeah, it's a fun little car for sure. I'm glad I got it. I definitely recommend it if you're a BMW guy, you're just looking for a mid-2000s little coupe. This is the way to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the right. The M2 I think is so beloved by us because the M3s were so huge.
Yeah.
It was just like, whoa, this is. It's not a placeable, playful car anymore. It's like very serious.
Yeah, this is just like poor guy M2. You know.
Yeah.
Poor guy M1. I can't afford M1, so just buy this thing.
You can, and you can buy all the suspension components.
Exactly.
And bolt them on, and you don't have the 1M's name, which it has it's an appreciative value.
Exactly. But
so you get this, which I think is awesome.
So.
It hauls a ton of ass.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, man. I appreciate you invite me up here, and it was an awesome video and everything. So.
I appreciate. Yeah, thank you for saying that already. I appreciate you bringing it up. It confirmed. I think it confirmed what we thought these would be. I think. Yeah, we can do windows down. We're getting a little steamy in here.
Yeah.
I might roll forward a little bit. The package is good. The performance is very good out of the box, or with some minor mods to it. I think if someone bought one of these, they did the brakes, maybe some wider front tires would help the feel a little bit, and a little bit of camber with the suspension. I mean, it was okay.
I want to do wheels.
Felt like light in the front.
I'm gonna do wheels eventually. You know, one thing at a time. You know, take it. You know, I already got like some decent wheels on there. I'll get new rubber first, and then when the time comes, I'll get new wheels.
Yeah, cool. Wow. Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really all I got to say about it, I guess.
I wish I had turbo. That's all I got to say about it, too. I hope
Yeah,
you
funny,
guys
some
like
snails.
that. What am I saying? Listen to the podcast. Check that out. We have new shirts that go up like every month on Blip Shift. We had a Blip Shift store at blipshift.com/TST. Some cool, funny, clever stuff on there if you were into cars, which you should be because you're watching this. And keep an eye out for one takes. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.